Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day and this day in history. So for Friday, January 16th, can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. All right. And on January 16th, 1991, the Persian Gulf War begins. On January 16th, 1991, the Persian Gulf War began after the United Nations deadline for the Iraqi withdrawal from Kuwait expired. The Pentagon then began offensive operations to forcibly eject Iraq from its 5-month occupation of oil-rich Kuwait. The U.S.-led military coalition attacked targets in and around Baghdad, while the world watched live events on television transmitted via satellite. The White House soon formally announced the code name for the U.S. offensive as Iraq Operation Desert Storm. All right. And I would like to thank the following members. Thank you to Bradley J. for signing up as a new member at the Tier 2 level. Bradley has already added 2 words to the wheel. You can, for those who didn't catch the announcement before, I do have a website now where you can manage the words on your wheel, so you don't have to worry about commenting and having me see that and all that. And also, even if you don't have a membership, you can pre-set up your words if you'd like, just in case you sign up as a member later. You can get those right away onto the wheel. All right. I'd also like to thank the following members who started a new month. Thank you to Adrian, Carol Preston, Casey Courtreau, Matan Zafira, Yale Goldberg, and Vicom Hoki. All right. And let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups so far. We've got Panama, Alabama, Bath, Bahama, Santana, Bananarama, Slam, Pajamas. Noticing a theme here. Piano, Pork Pie, Brushing, Kansas, Derby, Story, Canyon, and Fedora. Fedoras are those hats with the usually black, and then they have the rim, like what Walter White wore in Breaking Bad. Heisenberg. Let's see, fedora. So are we dressing up as something? A fedora and I don't know. Ends in Dora. Dora the Explorer? I don't think so. Santana, Panama's a country. Alabama's a state. Bahama is missing the S. Usually it's the Bahamas. So that's interesting. Makes me think we're doing something with the letters, but I don't know what. Slam poetry? That's what I think of when I hear slam. You can also slam a door. What else could we do with slam? Pajamas. Pajamas are often shortened to PJs. I wonder if that's a property we need to use. I don't see it. Canyon? Just a canyon. Bananarama. Pork pie. Does pork pie mean something other than the food? Like, is there a metaphorical meaning to pork pie? I know there's pork, which is something that, like, you add it to the bill to get someone to vote for it, but it has nothing to do with the bill otherwise. Derby? Like Kentucky Derby? We also have Kansas. We have Alabama and Kansas. Kansas is also a 70s rock band. How do we get into this one? Brushing. What do we do with brushing? Like just nighttime routine, bath, brushing your hair and teeth, pajamas. Maybe a bedtime story. Okay, since I don't have anything else, I'm going to see if this is a category. This is like bedtime routine. Yeah, okay. Components of a kid's bedtime routine. There you go. That was green, so there should be a yellow here. These all just end in ama. I don't know. Like we could hold on to that, I suppose. Slam. Santana. Santana's a band. Kansas is a band. I wonder if any of these others are bands. Is Panama a band? For some reason, I'm thinking Panama's a band. The problem is I just probably just don't know all the bands. Is Derby a band? Because like the only thing I know about Derby is like it's like race, like the Kentucky Derby. There's not other Kentucky blanks that I see. Kansas. Should I just try these four? I feel like I should just try these four. Just see if it is. Nah. Okay, it wasn't even one away. Yeah, I fell for it. I don't know what else to do in this puzzle. Bananarama. So this gets super split up, but it's not in green, so it's not a pure rainbow herring. Panama. Pan Am is a. I mean, it's named after Panama though, but Pan Am is a airline. Airlines plus an A at the end. I doubt it. The Derb airline, the Pian airline. I don't know. Piano. Piano what? Is it a fill in the blank for piano? Or? Things with keys. Florida was here, I'd definitely say. Things with keys. I think they've had that category, haven't they? Maybe 2 years ago. Is there a different things that the piano would? It's got black and white keys. It plays music. Slam. If we remove every single A and M from Alabama, you get LB, which is short for pound. If we remove all of the A and M's from Bananarama, you get Brunner. Anyway, I don't think it's that. Okay, I get the feeling that there's four bands here, and that's what Kansas and Santana go with. So what else do we have going on for us? Canyon. There's the Grand Canyon. Is it Grand blank? Grand. Yeah, Grand Piano. Grand Piano, Grand Canyon. Maybe there's a Grand Derby. That sounds familiar. And then Grand Pork Pie. Grand Slam. Grand Slam. Yeah. A home run with the bases loaded. All right. These are grand. Oh. There's another grand. Maybe it's not Grand Derby. Oh, I thought I had it. Grand Panama, Grand Bahama, Grand Alabama, Grand Pork Pie, Grand Bananarama, Grand Santana, Grand Fedora. No, I don't know. It is this category. It was one away. I don't know what to remove, and I don't know what belongs in it. What's Bahama? Oh no, Bahama, like the Bahamas. Yeah, the islands. Uh is Grand Alabama a thing? I don't think Grand Kansas, Grand Panama, Grand Fedora. We still have Kansas and Santana. I don't do that. Kansas and Santana. So would something like Derby be a band or Panama? Panama Canal? What's Pork Pie going with? I only have one more mistake. Like I'm tempted to try these four as just bands because they feel like band names to me. I know Kansas and Santana are. Panama feels like a band name. Derby feels like it could be a band name. Because like what else are we doing with Derby? Unless it's Grand Derby. But is Bananarama a band? I don't know what Bananarama is actually. Fedora. Pork pie. Things with a rim, maybe? So canyon doesn't belong? Like fedoras have a rim. Pork pies, canyons. What else has a rim? Does Panama have a rim? Well, if that means canyon doesn't belong, then that means we have Grand Derby, Grand Piano, and Grand Slam. And we need to find out what the fourth grand is. That isn't Grand Canyon. And then we've got Fedora, Canyon, and Pork Pie. And we've got Kansas and Santana. Maybe Grand Alabama is a thing. I'm going to have to pull out my pen here so I can better keep track of my partial categories. So this is probably a category. And then I don't care what color I use. Fedora has a rim, pork pie, and canyon. These are things with rims. And then we have the music groups, which are Kansas and Santana, and maybe Panama. So how are we splitting the rest of these up? We need two that are bands, one that has a rim and one that's grand. So maybe Bahama has a rim, Alabama's a band, and then Bananarama and Panama are groups, or singers, or bands. Slam Piano Derby. So I'm going to go with Grand Alabama and see if that's right. No. And that wasn't one away. Okay. So I'm completely wrong because that wasn't one away. So I need to include Canyon in Grand. And it's not Grand Alabama. Unfortunately, I'm out of mistakes. So, and if it's not things with canyons have rims, if it's not things with rims, I don't know what's going on. Oh no. Okay. So this isn't a category, but this is what I tried. And we know Canyon is definitely in the category because we weren't one away. Grand Slam, Grand Derby, Grand Piano. Sorry, Grand Canyon's in. And Alabama's not grand. So what else is grand? Grand Santana? I just don't know. I think I just have a knowledge gap here that I can't fill. I can't logic myself into it. What can I do? I'm out of mistakes. I don't know the bands. Bananarama sounds like they might be a band. And Panama sounds like they might be a band. So if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose on what I think might be bands. So let's just go with it. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay, well, I lost. Hats. Oh, it's kinds of hats. Oh, I don't know half of those hats. Yeah, I think there was just a knowledge gap here. Let's go through these kinds of hats. A derby hat, I don't know what that is. Fedora, I talked about a lot. Panama hat, now that they mention it, I think I've heard of that. I wouldn't be able to picture it. I don't know what a pork pie hat is. I could look up pictures to see if I've seen them before. Derby hat is oh, it's like what Charlie Chaplin wore. Okay. And then Panama hat. Yeah, it's like tan and with a black stripe around the rim, around it. Yeah, okay. Kind of like, I don't know if it's an Indiana Jones hat, but it kind of reminds me of it. Anyway, pork pie hat. They all look so similar. They're all just hats. I don't know. It's like velvety or felt with like a bow around it or something. Anyway, musical acts with A as the only vowel. Alabama, Bananarama, Kansas, and Santana are musical acts. So these were the bands that I was looking for. Alabama instead of Panama. I don't know. And then it was Grand Blank, but what I was missing was Grand Bahama. And I don't know what that is. Grand Bahama is... It's one of the islands in the Bahamas. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that at all. Okay, well, that was a huge knowledge gap for me. I don't know how common this knowledge is. So it's hard for me to rate the difficulty. But for me, I would say this is like a 4 out of 5 just because there was no way I was going to win this without getting super lucky. And then, I don't know, do we have like a 50% solve rate or something? It's really hard for me to tell. So we'll just see what the actual numbers are. We've got a hat here with running a bath in it. All right, that gives a lot of hints. 1.8, seriously? 67% is actually relatively high for what I thought was a difficult game. Got 31% players making no mistakes at all. Yeah, no one did the same guesses as me. Kinds of hats is actually the first thing locked in. Okay, I just don't know my hats. I don't know my bands. green, and then grand blank even people are finding. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This is people who won, but still it's 67% people. Evens out. So people who lost just got nothing, maybe green. So that was my experience. So 13% got nothing, 7% got only green, 3% green and yellow, 3% only yellow. Yeah. You either knew the knowledge or you didn't. This was a very knowledge heavy game. Trivia stuff. All right. Panama, Alabama, but I wasted a guess on this. I wish I'd had one more mistake. I don't know if it would have helped, but I didn't even have the categories right in my head. But it didn't help that I just tried this because I didn't know what else to do. 12% did slam, piano, derby, and canyon because grand derby ends with A. I just thought Panama was a musical group. Let's see. Panama music band. Yeah, they are a music band. I don't know like if they're famous, but there is one named Panama. Electronic musical project from Sydney, Australia. All right. Anyway, they have a wiki page. Alrighty. People are getting yellow first, blue first, green first. Trying this thing. The Amas. Purple first. Yellow with Bahama. Is there a Bahama hat? I don't know. Maybe they're just looking for the other hat. And then Derby with grand. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, how did you do? Hello, let's do pips for Friday, January 16th. We'll go through all three difficulties, starting with easy. All right, so we need a double there. We only have double 2, and that forces our final 2 to go here with the 3. Now here we're a little bit more open. This corner has to be another double. So I guess this could be double blank with the 5, but I like 2, 3. Yeah, actually, the fact that this was only blank 5 and this is 2, 3, I guessed correctly. Anyway, I don't know which way this double goes, but we need a 3, 4 somewhere. So this works just fine. All right, let's just move on to medium. Less than 11, so not 5, 6, and not 6, 6. All right, I'm gonna draw out where the dominoes go. I think that can be helpful. So that's definitely a domino. That's a domino. That's a domino. That's one. That's one. And that's one. And that's one. All right. Just to be clear where we're putting them. So I need something to go in 7 with a greater than 4. That's not really an in. Is there an in here? This is confusing. Maybe the first question is where does 6, 6 go? It doesn't really matter. I think this puzzle is going to have 50,000 solutions to it. Like all 3 of these are completely interchangeable. So really all we have to think about is what are the 3 that go into the not equal up here that are interchangeable? How are we adding to 7? So 7 can be 1, 2, 4 if we don't want to repeat. We don't have a 1. So we're going to have to do 2, 2, 3. And I think that's the only option. So 2, 2, 3. We have 2 2s. So this could be a 2. Here, we'll just do this into the greater than 4. And this can be a 2. And then we can put the 3, 3 up, I suppose. And now less than 11 has to be one of these 10s. And we can do 5, 5. We can do, so actually, let's put the 4 in there. 3, 4, 5, and then 6. All right. That was the big thing is how are we adding to 7 was the only question this puzzle wanted us to answer. And then which 10 goes in here. All right. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let's do the hard. I think it's worth trying to draw out. We could at least say where these dominoes go. They're all not equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So every digit except one of them is represented in here. We need 2 blanks in here. We have 3 blanks in total. I don't know if a blank goes in here or not. 20 and 4 is very often just going to be fives, 4 fives. Do I have 4 fives? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. All right. How many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3. 2 of them are used here and here. 24 and 4 has to be 6 times 4. So this uses up 4 sixes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so with all the 6s gone in the 24, the 20 does have to be all 5s, guaranteed. So do I have a 1, 6? Yeah, I do. So let's try that there. And then the 6, 6 somewhere. Now adding to 10, what's next to the other 6? 6, 4? So we need a domino that adds to 6 here. 1, 5, or 2, 4, or 3, 3. Do I not have that? I have a 2, 4. All right. I don't think there's another one that adds to 6. There's a 3, 3 as well, but I think I want to save a double. We'll see. You can always swap it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 equals, and it's not going to be the 5s. So it's going to be the 4s, it looks like. I think. Maybe the 3s? Actually, the 3s would work really well. So if I did like a... Do I have a 3, 1? No, I don't. So we do a 3, 3 here. Oh, okay. The 1 has to... Okay, unless I did something wrong. The 1 has to go up here. Went wrong up here. The 1 has to do this because... Or this, I suppose. Because otherwise I would need this domino and this domino to avoid the 1. And those are both doubles of each. There aren't two dominoes with the same exact pips. So what's attached to a 1? 1, 3. So that means, yeah, okay, 1, 3, and 1, 4. So I think I do use the 1, 3 here, and then the 3, 3 like this. And now I can just, well, the 20s are from 5, so I need a 5, 3. Okay, so it doesn't help to rotate this and move this up there. That would be the same thing. Do we not have a 5, 3? What's attached to a 3? We have a 2. We have a blank. It's attached to a 5. 5, 4. Maybe these are all 4s. Do I have a 1, 4? I do. All right, so we'll try the 1, 4 and the 4, 4 instead. Because now I can do 5, 4 here. And then 4, my final 4 is a blank. Interesting. This has to be 5, 5. And then this can be, ooh, no, 5, 2. I don't have enough 3s. Sorry, I have plenty of 3s. I don't have enough 5s. Oh, shoot. Is there another way? I don't see another way. And then, like, with so many 3s left, what am I doing up here? There's no way. I clearly made a mistake. Is it up here that I made a mistake? I know I can use the 3, 3 up here instead of the 4, 2. So maybe that's what I needed to do. Oh, I forgot that I had that. So the 4, 2 here. Yeah, that's all I needed to do. I'll put these back. I even said it. All right. Should have realized I needed to get rid of the double 3. All right. So this is the 5, 5. Yeah. And then 3. What do I have attached to 5? 5, 2. Oh, I have a 5 blank that can go here. Then I have a blank 4 that can go here. And then I have a 3, 1 that can go here. There we go. Unfortunately, I have 2 3s represented here. So I can't use this repeated 3. What can I replace to get rid of one of these 3s? Blank 3, 5, 2. I think I got to get rid of the 2, 3 and replace it with... See, that adds to 5. Let's see. Where could I put the 2, 3? Shoot. Even getting rid of the blank 3, I'd still have a repeated 2. Wait. Yeah. Still repeated 2. What can I do here? I have a 3, 2. Okay, so... Right. Blank 3. 3, 2. Oops. 3, 2. And now we're good. Okay, that's all I had to do. I don't know why I kind of was not seeing that option for a bit. For some reason, I thought I couldn't do the blank 3 here and the 4-2 here because I didn't think I had a 3-2. But then I noticed I had a 3-2 and I still didn't click. All right, interesting one. There's definitely like there's local changes you can make, like this 1-4 and 4-4. You can rotate that. So this 1-4 could go this way and this 4-4 could go that way. But I don't think there's any, and of course these can be rearranged. I don't know if there's any substantially different solutions here. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Friday, January 16th. Let's play. Mad Max, maybe? Because Max is capitalized. Where Marco Polo is played, the pool. Overwhelming amount metaphorically. Reason for success in games like Candyland and Shoots and Ladders. Luck. That's just the worst. Liquor informally. Not sure. Winner of a Booker Prize, fittingly. Oh, antiquated. Old. This is not Mad Max. Darn. Give a short promotion for. Plug. Winter malady. Ice. Winter malady. Oh, the flu. Blank Max. I don't know. Overwhelming amount. A flood. That's just the worst. Ugh. Liquor informally. Hooch. Winner of Booker Prize. Book. HBO. Oh, HBO Max. Who else put Mad Max in? All right. I don't even think it's called HBO Max anymore. They keep renaming it. I think it was HBO Max. Well, it was actually HBO Now, and then HBO Max, and then Max, and now is it just HBO? I don't know. Anyway, I can't keep track. How'd you do? Let's do Strands. Today's theme is DC Crusader. Could that be Direct Current, or could that be DC Comics? Like Superman. Okay. Justice. I'm wondering if it's Justice League. Or is it Truth, Justice, in the American Way? Do I see man? Okay, so I see justice. I see man here. I'm just gonna grab justice. Okay, it is. Truth. Justice, American Way. What else would this be? Justice League. Gentleman? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? There's no L's. I mean, okay, so I got to think about DC here. There's Batman. Here's Batman. Batman is our spanogram. Okay, so Joker. It's all Batman stuff. Cape. Robin. There's the Batmobile. The Batplane. Those things he throws. The Bat Nunchucks. Whatever they're called. Batarangs, I think. What else do we got here? He's got a belt. He's got a car. He's got ninja moves. He dresses like a bat. I don't know. There's the bat signal. Do we have signal? No, there's no L, remember? There's Gotham. They have to be real words, which is the thing. Like Gotham's not a real word, so that wouldn't be in here. Penguin. So we got to do the villains. Joker, Penguin, Riddler. Two more. Jamal. Rome. NN. I don't know, EVE. Evening, night. It's like the Dark Knight, right? What am I missing here? Catwoman. It's not coming to me. How about ANCE? We have men here. Crow. Do I need to do a hint? I might need to do a hint. I have no progress here. EAM. Orange. No? Why is orange there? Orange ma. Orange ma. Amen. Vecna. Different property. Even. All right, I'm gonna grab a hint. What the heck? How does this even work? Ornam? Oh, manor. Manor. And this is long. C. What's the C doing? NCE. Maybe. Oh, vengeance. Vengeance. Okay. Those last two are tough. Just to split up. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is Bracket City from the Atlantic. It's kind of like a crossword, but different. Anyway, so we can start with any of these blue ones. Remnant of an apple is a core. And you can check against whether that sounds like it's right, because we could do score count for Lincoln. Yeah. So that core becomes part of this clue. Score count for Lincoln, 4 score and 7 years ago. And then classic 4. Classic 4, and then it's got a picture of like Roman architecture. Greek architecture? What is this? Srin something Asa. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to skip that for now. Question of identity. Who? All right. Whose base? All right. What's on? Okay. Silver place. Silver place. What's on? Who's based? What's on? Oh, second. Yeah. Who's base? What's on second? Who's on third? No? Oh, who's on first? Oh, shoot. I don't know who's on third. Why did I say third? That's a silly mistake. First month or middle Brady, briefly. January? Jan? All right. Flamingo's hue is pink because of their diet. Prose color, purple prose. Red plus blue. M&M color that beat pink and purple in 1995 vote. Okay, so we got to read the outside here. This is a kissy face. All right, make. So this double arrow means that we can do make blank, and then we can also do blank and then of the. So make blank and blank of the something, and then there's a comment. This is going to be YouTube. So this bracket here becomes OU. Doesn't make sense. Oh, OUT, out. Make out of the. It's a what's an M&M color where you can say out of the blue. Okay, so blue one. I didn't remember what year they introduced blue. But oh, was that the year they voted blue in? Oh, okay, maybe that's what they meant. Okay, and this is out. YouTube upload. Video store. Racy section of the video store. Starts with a vowel. Wrecked by an... R? What would start with a vowel? What is wrecked by an blinker? What? I don't know. Racy section of the video store. Adulterer. Okay. The adult section. What is wrecked by an adulterer? The home wrecker. Word after clock or home? Word after clock or home? Clock something, home something. What's that picture? Is that a notebook? Work, homework, clockwork, homework. Work, blank, work hard, play hard. All right, so Srin something Asa Ramajan writes his first letter to G.H. Hardy. Ramajan is a famous mathematician from India. That does not mean I remember his first name. Classic 4. Classic 4 what? I'm going to maybe get a hint. Get the first letter. I. Classic 4, starting with I. Oh, IV. Roman numeral for 4. Okay. I did say Roman at some point. It didn't click. All right, I mean, I've done worse. I've done better, but I've done worse. All right. Well, how'd you do? And let's spin the bonus wheel and see what we're going to start, or see what we're going to play tomorrow. Okay, we've got Heather Trigg suggesting Symbol. So if you would like to follow along, you can play Symbol tomorrow. Links in the description. And for those wondering how you get a word on the wheel, this is my YouTube members. So you can go to youtube.com/ranks/join to join as a member. And for as low as $5 a month, you can get a word on this wheel and on my Wordle wheel. All right, well, how'd you do? And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you might enjoy my Wordle solve. You just got to click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, a subscribe, and a kind comment below.